Good morning, David Paul here. I'm just making this video off the cuff and thinking about things and saying things as they come to mind, because I have a problem here. This is my room at the moment where I'm sleeping, and it's fine. There's no bed, I'm just sleeping on the mattress. I'm in the process of making beds, and that is well within my capability. It's nothing at all. And slowly things are getting better here. So let's have a little quick progress on the situation, on how the floor's gone. As you recall, I was laying a floor here. The original piece that I laid here, the long strip here, runs along there. And I got a substantial amount of this done myself, and then I went out to the shops one day, and what happened, I came back and they'd finished it, so that they had like shoveled a load of cement and finished this up, so the floor's done. We got ourselves a freezer, which is a big thing in our lives, because it means that we can buy bulk food and cut the cost for the family, and it's also an assistance with the business that my girlfriend is trying to refloat to get going again. A little sari store selling things to kids, primarily, who are, going to school. So anyway, we now don't have, because as I said before, when my girlfriend's father died, all work on the house stopped. So we now have the concrete floor here, and this is no longer mud, which is good for the health of the kids. But the problem that we have now is, and they have had for a number of years now, is that the top of the house is not complete. So therefore, this is really not intended to, this is not the design of this house. It's supposed to have a roof, and therefore you wouldn't have this water coming in here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to build a little coffer dam wall around the top of here, which will cover this and stop the water coming in. I'm trying to improve the place by painting and brightening the place up. Nobody wants to be on camera, so that's fine. I'm not going to put them on camera, but everybody's having to sleep in the sala, in the last part of the sala, which is dry, because it's raining. Is it raining? Yes, it sure is. We've had 2 typhoons that I've lived through here, and a typhoon is basically a hurricane. A typhoon is a hurricane, except it's a southern hemisphere hurricane. So if you like, you can call it a hurricane, but it's just a hurricane by a different name. In the south we call it a typhoon. So here it is, it's pouring down the rain, it is hammering down the rain. I don't know if we don't have an official hurricane again, but we get like alarms on the phone, beep, 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 severe flooding warning. Now, for us, that's not a problem. We've got a bit of altitude here, so water drains away, and there's a river at the back there which takes away rain, and we're sorted. So that's that. So last night I said to the family, we went to the shops and we bought a load of food, and we're making progress, but as far as I'm concerned, we're not making progress fast enough, and there is nothing I can do about this, because as you see, the cucina, the kitchen, is not finished. It's just concrete, and they're having to live like this, and it's not, I don't think it's a good thing, and I know other people have a lot worse. But this is my family, these kids and this woman and they're part of my extended family now. Now, if it works, my relationship with Christina works, great. And if it doesn't, I've decided that, what the hell, you know, I'm going to walk away from this situation. I'm going to feel good about myself. I'm going to feel, well, I made people's lives better, you know. So there was a bunch of people and I entered their life and they were better. So that's all I'm trying to do. So here what we got, as I say, we've got this lake slowly developing in the Sala, and it'll drain out the door. And we have this small dry area here where everybody's sleeping. So we're doing okay. And eventually the rain will stop and we'll get through it. But really, I want to supercharge the process. So I just said to them all last night, I'm going to go to bed now. We'll go to bed. Everybody's sleeping in the Sala, in the sitting room. And I said, well, I just don't know what to do. I will think of something creative. I don't know how, because I'm good at that. And I said, the only thing to do for all of us, I would say, is like pray about it. That God gives us an answer what we can do. And then I got up this morning and I thought, I've got it. I know what to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open some kind of, I know nothing about these things, so I'm going to open some kind of a crowdfunding on my channel. I would think something like Buy Me a Coffee, and I'm just going to dedicate it to this purpose of putting a roof on this house. And that is the priority number one thing. Just stop this goddamn rain so that we can get on with the house. I'll continue to finance jobs here, and that'll be that. Now what's happening here is, because the rain drains towards this way, look at that whole wall. The wall is getting damp. That's going to slowly rot the progress that these people made. You know, it was heroic to build this house. That's going to start rotting the rebar in the wall and in the ceiling, and you can see the appearance of rust here, there and everywhere. Now, the house will tolerate this for a while, but eventually it's going to wreck the place. This wall here is it is an exterior area where they keep stuff. This wall here has got mold growing on it and stuff, green algae and things. And they're saying, oh, well, we need to plaster that and paint everything. Yes, you do, but you've got to get rid of the rain first. Otherwise it won't adhere and all this rot will come through. So the rain is coming down here, progressing towards this side of the house, not getting over the edge because it was never designed to be a flat roofed house, and causing all of this. And it'll just go on and on and on and just get worse. And it'll be like living in a damn cave. We have little areas of the house which are okay. I've tried to improve things. I want to tile the floor, but we can't really do that until we get this roof fixed. So I've changed the priority and let's get the roof fixed. It's chaotic here because you're trying to live in a small area and just moving stuff around all the time. So anyway, this is the solution. Open a crowdfund, which will then allow us to put the pillars on the top of the house, and then to put a corrugated iron roof on the top. Although personally I'm not going to put a corrugated iron roof on. I'm going to put a fiberglass roof. It's like corrugated fiberglass, except the key thing with it is that if you ever get a puncture in it, you can just patch it with a fiberglass repair kit and the job's done. So I'll try and get a shot of the roof, and you can see the problem. So there there are rebar rods, and what needs to happen now is we need to put some pillars up about no higher than 10 feet on the top, complete the top. You don't even need to put walls up. they're not important. What we need is we need shelter from the sun of the ceiling, and we also need to put the corrugated roof on the top of fiberglass. Now, this fiberglass roofing is the big thing that puts a stop on everything, because all the cementing work and everything is really cheap. That's not much. We can do that. But I'm working paycheck to paycheck here on my pension, and I'm going to have to go back to the UK to try and raise some money if I'm going to have to do this myself, and it's too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this crowd fund and see what happens. And if I just raise a few £100, one sheet is about 1,000 pesos, which that would be like $20 or something. But it's 12 feet long by about a meter wide, and I'm going to need a lot of them to cover this. So that's my plan for now. Jesus be with you, and thanks to anybody who's thinking about they might want to chip in. I'll set up the crowd fund, and then we get started. That's the shop, by the way, which is slowly, we're making progress. We're making progress. They're going to get started again. So, Jesus be with you.